Alright, so I want to show off something I've been working on. So, I'm on my issues. Let's see. Ooh, I failed. Why did I fail? Did I screw up the command? Sure did. So I added the JavaDoc plugin. I'm gonna fix that. We're gonna just name it so it's all kind of one name here. JavaDoc. I have a base directory that my documentation is built off of. So I'm building a open API with Redoc or Redocly, JavaDoc site, and then a CompoDoc UI site. So I want to show that off for funsies. So you can see CompoDocs, my UI documentation, my open API documentation, and my now JavaDoc, which is what I'm working on. So now I need to fix the GitLab YAML. Derp. Just learned about batch mode, which is pretty cool. Alright, so funny enough, I have two users, one who owns it, that's the company, and one that's me. Because eventually I want them to be separate and use just like the development group. So let's do this. We're going to compare. Create merge request. Doot doot. I'm a little confused. So that's annoying that there's conflicts. I don't see why there should have been. Here's what I'll do. So we'll rebase. That's so weird that it does that. So we'll push force. That should resolve this PR. Take a look. JavaDoc, JavaDoc, JavaDoc. Alright, so that's going to be running, and so just to show where I'm at now, is I have my domain name, kathysgetaway.com, and it redirects to GitLab. I have to be logged in. I'm just starting with simple. I want to make it nice and sleek with some like cards or big sections that are clickable with icons, but so while that's building and pulling down, crap. Alright, so you can see that I have my, what do you call it? My documentation. It's my main app. All my components. There's not a whole lot of components. It's a very demo-y sample project that I hope to turn to a real enterprise application. On my roads, not too much going on yet. No documentation coverage. My camel case pipe though has coverage, so I need to up my game here. That's why I like these reports, and I want to work to get my front end unit testing reports dumped somehow in a tab here, but we'll see. Maybe it'll remain its own thing. So redoc, let's see how this is going. Ooh, we're almost there. Yep, so now I'm processing the OpenAPI YAML. Fuck yeah. I used to use this at a job back in the day. Um, so that's pretty sweet. And I can show you an example request. And you can expand all, collapse all, which is really convenient. But this is a post, right? No, this is get. So let's put, this is an update. Where's my post? Oh, create is here, post. That's weird. I want to look at how I can label it so I don't get these underscores, because each controller will end up having that. Alright, moment of truth. Let's run the command I told it to. Let's see. I'm so happy with my deserialization from the last video. I'm just looking at it, just happens to be open right now where I've got the type date here, and you can use like the temporal, which is not something I've used at my job yet, but it gives you hooks into something like simple date time, things that are more granular than just a general date. So that succeeded. See what happens. There we go. See if that worked. Fuck yeah, it did. So you notice that I have essentially quite a few namespaces for such a small project. I've been trying to apply all my experience into this project, from exceptions that are driven via aspects, like for example this one, ID mismatch. Pretty sure I am using it. I'd hope I'd be using it. So I don't have a whole lot in each one of these. And I can add more documentation. I am handling many different types. Very cool. My simple user. I can tell you different, fall from stars. Alright. Success. So let's go back to my issues and review what I need to do next. Need to fix that. Okay. I didn't have this in progress, so going rogue on my own project. Gotta love that. Let's see. Yeah, this was like per branch. And one day I'd like to do that, but it's not now. So this is the story that's like my overarching, like, can I have product? Like, is this just a demo for specific technologies, or is this something that I'm going to publish for others to use? Not just a resume piece. So I need to make sure I go through HTTP statuses. I know quite a few, but I'd like to just deep dive into it and say, do I cover all these essentially hypertext document creation, deletion, all these different states the document could be in, which ultimately corresponds to an entity or set of entities in my data store or database. So validation, I'm confident I've done that. Tracing is for logging. I'm not really there, and maybe I don't need it because tracing I've used for microservice systems. So maybe telemetry of some kind, telemetry metrics, which I've learned recently are separate. Can't recall exactly why. My logging I've made super clean, that has like nothing show up unless it's an error. and it's like what I've designed to show through my exception handlers. So Spring Security is going to be the big one. I want Snapchat OAuth. But I think I'm going to start small and do magic link emails somehow. And then I've already gotten the auto-generated documentation, so I think from a dev perspective, outside of unit testing, integration testing, reporting, which I don't have much of at this moment, which I want to be in the same place for everyone to see, it's pretty much it. So now I'm back to how does this app function. So we're really just, as far as my checklist items, which I need to add many more to, I'm on the cost form. So let's go to my cost form. See if it's running. It is running. And I have data. Weird. Let's open that up. Let's see. So this is not what I want. I want this one. So I have to fix some Sass rules for my theme it's throwing. So that's the new, why isn't, let's take a look here. Ah. I was trying this out. I need to get rid of this. Weird. So it doesn't match any of them. Let's take a look. Strange. Alright, I'm gonna pause. Say hi to friends. Well, as it turns out, I think I'm going to have to end for the night. But I did want to show off that. That was really it. That I have a job that runs and builds specifically for my pages and has all the documentation generated. And now I'm going to focus my energy on, does this app work in terms of data entry, requirements validation, messaging, from both the front end and the back end, so both Postman and otherwise. So I'm going to do that, and I'm then going to start defining my more user stories of like, I'm a renter looking for a rental, and then I'm a landlord looking to host my rental, and then I'm a realtor looking to host a landlord's rental and do various roles for them, and not all of them potentially. And how do you do the end-to-end